Growing in fighting games is not easy. For many people, online ranked is the best way they're going to play games. Not everybody can go to offline tournaments or even want to play in online tournaments as well. For many people, what's in the game is the experience they will ever get. And as you level up in fighting games, go through these ranks, there's a lot more knowledge that comes to mind when you play them. Even though the game can be more challenging and more fun, you start to think about more things such as neutral or DP or setups, things of that nature, as you fight stronger and better opponents. Well, I came to find out that a lot of people are not even S ranked, the base one, in Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. I recently got S ranked with Catalina on my stream. Let's go! He killed him! We killed him! Are we there finally? Let's go! We at S5, baby! Y'all should be following my Twitch. I don't know why y'all still ain't followed yet. Like, stop playing. I want to talk about the breakdown of ranks up to S rank, and then I want to talk about some habits, some bad things I were doing to help y'all not follow the same mistakes I did. So I'm gonna break that down to y'all live in today's video. Alright, so first big thing I want to break down, right, is that unfortunately the thing that everybody's been crying and complaining about, Twitter has been like, neutral skips. Alright, 6XL, I wasn't doing a lot of this. People, if you watch my matches, you notice a lot of people was just hitting me with this, taking their turn back constantly. This button right here is so toxic. I like it now. I don't hate it as much. Like, mind you, I'm not like Twitter. I mauled and then I get over it, or I just learn, just accept that if I don't like it that much, I'm just not going to play the game. It ain't that serious to me. The thing about 6XL is essentially, even if they block the move, right, the person who is doing the dash attack, right, which is forward light, will be +2. Now I ain't gonna scare y'all with frame data. I hate talking about frame data, to be honest with you, but just know it's the person's turn, right? Again, that is Catalina, for example. I think early on, I made a video about this last week too, that moves do tilt you in fighting games, the way people use them, and once you learn how to just wait patiently from neutral get up sections like this, you will be able to win a lot more in gameplay. Another thing that I had within gameplay was that I was only using the light variations of the special moves, which wasn't really doing me justice. So for example, quarter circle back light is that, and this is the medium one. But then the heavy one is EX, it can be charged and it guard crutches. I was just constantly flowcharting with like, alright, medium's good. And it made it too predictable after a amount of time, especially if a player can identify the difference between those three moves. It was not helping me. I was literally losing because I was just being mad predictable. Another big tip is I was burning diamonds for combos instead of just actually learning actual mid-screen combos or when to use diamonds. A lot of time I would just do medium, diamond. You know, now I break them, medium, diamond. You know, and you're like, yo, I'm getting so much crazy damage. You think that's amazing damage, right? And then you come back to it, now you're down 2 diamonds. And if I'm not mistaken, with 1 diamond, it's like 5%. I think 2 diamonds left, you will do like 20 extra percent. And I think with 3 diamonds or none, you do like 50% more damage. Pretty much Guilty Gear Strive damage. That DBFZ TOD damage. You don't want to be in those situations. If you're struggling, a big thing is getting around Raging Strike. Early on in ranks, I definitely will say A rank, people will try to cheese you and hit you with this Raging Strike whenever you can. There's multiple ways to get around this. I personally do not suggest you spot dodging it, because a lot of times it ain't gonna work out for you. It's hard to react to in the midst of battle. A lot of people like to do like strike into Raging Strike. Don't try to dodge it all the time. Unless you know you could do it, don't do it. So I think the best thing is learn how to break Raging Strike and not having to use your bravery points when you see it coming. 9 out of 10, when you see the animation, I usually go for a 2L because it's probably Catalina's fastest move in her arsenal to beat that with. For example, Catalina's 2M can beat Raging Strike because it's like 2 frames faster than Raging Strike. When you do it on hit, that's 28 frames. But that's usually a way to beat it. Find your character's buttons that can beat out Raging Strike, Raging Train. Just try that in training mode. That's a big tip I could give you for at least dealing with some of the game's mechanics. So let's talk about the first 3 ranks in Granblue Fantasy Versus. You have E, D, and C rank pretty much. Now those ranks are usually the beginner level ranks where if you're just not comfortable with a fighting game, I understand, I completely agree. It's just you there for learning how to play the game. You can get out of those ranks pretty quick and easy, pretty fast if you start the game off from 0. I think the biggest tip for newcomers to play is just learning what everything does. I would explain punishment training, but we'll be here for longer than the video needs to ever be. So I think another thing is recognizing when you can punish stuff early on. The easiest way to learn that is through frame data if you want to have an accurate number every time. But like some animations just look laggy, I just hit them. That's just how I've been playing fighting games forever. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. B rank is for the people that just, you know, they finally got out of C and they're still learning the game. They still don't know what everything does or how to avoid everything. But B rank is a lot of people just doing basically what has been working, right? 9 out of 10, when I hopped onto this game, I was like, you know what? I'm still having the closed beta mindset when I was playing this game a little bit. Not gonna lie, some of that stuff does bleed over because it is your first impression. Now, A rank is where it starts getting a little bit more tricky, to be honest with you, because you got multiple types of players. You got people either in B rank that just completely just cook people to get to A, and they don't really know what they're doing, or you got people in A rank that is learning the game and going through various different characters and gimmicks and learning some combo routes and things of that nature. Now, for me, as a person who didn't play OG Granblue Fantasy Versus, I have a trouble with matchups, right? I don't fight every character personally. After the first DLC of Granblue Fantasy Versus, the original game, I have no clue what the hell is going on half the time. So when it comes to experience, I just gotta play the game to get used to what I'm fighting. That's why I tell everybody, do not get discouraged when you fight a character you don't know of, because you don't know. Don't put yourself down on it. That's a big thing why like a lot of people rage and then quit on rank. Oh, another big misconception on why you probably can't get S rank. You're probably using your meter 100% wrong. Diaphone came in my stream and told me straight up like, you could have killed with Skybound art or Super Skybound art. And in my brain I was like, damn, I messed up. But like I came to also realization, taking accountability, that I just didn't know. And it was really bad that I didn't know, because I could have won so many games with Skybound art or Super Skybound art instead of trying to combo them to death and save the meter. Remember, the meter restarts every round, I believe, from 0. So don't feel bad using your meter. And another thing is to use them ultimate skills. If you land them, you get 25% meter refunded. I think that's the cool thing about ultimate skills. Using those big chaotic moves to get through and get around stuff is pretty great. So my next biggest tip is take more risk in your gameplay. Use that meter. Use it up when you need to. There's a lot of good scenarios that you can capitalize off of just using your meter at the perfect place and perfect time. Y'all remember Pokemon? There's a time and place for everything, but the time is not now. That don't apply to Granblue. Use that shit right now. Also, something that I have to get still used to at this point is that there's different versions of the auto combos. We all know there's light auto combo, medium, and heavy auto combo, but there's ones that do overhead, there's ones that go low. Oh my god, there's so many different ones that you can do, and I'll show this to y'all right now. So let's talk about Catalytor's overhead version and why this is really good to do sometimes in games, at least in A rank, I believe. The 5 LLL, 6 heavy, right? So you get this. And now I'm positive, I'm plus, because it's my turn again, right? That's what that means. It's your turn. So yeah, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you can't get S rank in Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising, but I'm teaching y'all how to get out the gulag of not being able to get there at all. So if y'all guys enjoyed the video, if y'all want to talk to each other in the comments, have a Merry Christmas Eve, and much love. Please make sure y'all follow me, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Link gonna be in the pinned comments and the description down below. You guys already know. It's your boy Avataryaya. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
Who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.